Hi, everyone. Welcome back to school. Thank you for being here, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Joshua Deutsch. I'm a family doctor at Me Memorial Hospital in Greenfield and King City, and I'm here today because I need your help. I am so sick and tired of coronavirus, and I want it to go away. I miss gatherings with friends and family. I want schools to stay open, and I hate all of the rules and restrictions on life. But it gets deeper than that. I'm seeing young, healthy people with coronavirus struggling to breathe. All of them are unvaccinated. There are new strains of coronavirus, and the new strains are more deadly and more infectious than the old strains. Unfortunately, the relative protection that young, healthy people thought we had against severe illness may not be there in the months to years ahead. Millions of people have died of this virus, and millions more have lost someone they love. But it's not even about the deaths. Coronavirus can damage our bodies in ways that we still don't understand. For every person who dies of coronavirus, I see at least 10 people, many months after they were infected, who tell me that they still don't feel right. They can't breathe as well. They can't run as fast. They feel tired. They feel depressed. They want me to fix them, and I don't know how to do that. Many of you legitimately feel scared about the unknown effects of a new vaccine. But you should feel more scared about the unknown effects of this new virus. It affects the kidneys, the liver, the heart, the lungs, and the brain. We still have no idea what the long-term effects of this virus are, even for young, healthy people who seem to fully recover. This COVID mess has dragged on for far too long, and we deserve to get our lives back. So it doesn't surprise me that a lot of people want to get rid of COVID by lashing out at the public health measures designed to keep COVID in check. After all, for most young people, these lockdowns have been far worse than the virus itself. So it might be hard to trust the people who locked us down. And now these same people are pushing this vaccine. Look, I get it. It's so much easier to just reject all of the COVID rules, including the vaccine. But there is a small problem with trying to back away. There was a time that we thought that maybe everyone would get COVID and a bunch of people would die, and then life would go back to normal. Unfortunately, it's way worse than that. We now know that over time, people will get COVID again and again and again. It's just like the common cold. You can get it every single year, and reinfections are just as dangerous as first-time infections. Even worse, vaccine effectiveness also gets weaker over time. So the longer we delay, COVID will find ways to beat our vaccines, which means that if we don't take strong, collective, immediate action to stop this virus, it will be with us forever. Forever. So I've got a better idea than backing away. It's called mass vaccination, and it works. The Pfizer and Moderna coronavirus vaccines are over 90% effective. If everyone in this school got vaccinated, the chances of an outbreak would be extremely low. School would stay open. You wouldn't have to worry about catching coronavirus from a friend, spreading it to your family, and then your mom or your grandfather ends up dead or spends weeks in the hospital struggling to breathe. Or maybe they recover, but they never regain the energy to return to work in the fields, to make money to pay for food and to make rent. If coronavirus spreads through this school into your home and members of your family get sick and die, there will be emotional consequences of knowing that you could have prevented it by getting a safe and effective vaccine that over 170 million Americans and 1.25 billion people on the planet have already gotten. Mass vaccination has worked before. In 1977, smallpox was eradicated from the face of the earth by a vaccine. Smallpox had death rates as high as 90% in many indigenous communities in the United States and Mexico. It left people blind, scarred, and disfigured until the world said enough. We vaccinated the whole world and we made it disappear. In 1958, there were 750,000 cases of the measles in the United States. The measles vaccine came out in 1960. I have never seen a case of the measles, but hundreds of thousands of children still die of the measles every year. Why? Because these children live in areas of the world where their lives evidently aren't worth the cost of bringing them a cheap and effective vaccine. In the 1940s and 1950s, polio killed and paralyzed 500,000 people every year. Polio has now been virtually eliminated from the earth by vaccines. So now we've got COVID, a virus that has killed 5 million people worldwide and brought the world to its knees. And now we have a vaccine that can beat it. This is a moment in history where what we do will be watched and it will be judged. Will we step up to protect our grandparents, our parents, our communities, and ourselves? Will we reclaim our social lives and our freedoms? Will we demand that this vaccine be provided to all people on earth free of charge to eradicate COVID once and for all? Or will we freeze up, squander this opportunity, and get stuck with COVID forever? This week, Me Memorial will be doing a big vaccination event, and we've got all the details for you. You bring a parent, you line up, you get a shot in the arm. Your shoulder will feel sore, and you'll feel a little sick and tired for a few days. You do it again in 3 to 4 weeks, then that's it. Then you can feel free of so much anxiety about this virus, and you will feel good that you are part of the solution. Serious side effects to the vaccine occur in about 1 in 10,000 people, with recovery rates from the side effects of almost 100%. A teenager is more likely to be hospitalized with coronavirus than to suffer any concerning side effect from this vaccine. Here's why vaccines are so safe. Vaccines work by exposing your body to a little piece of the virus. So you learn how to fight it and you're ready for it when it comes. It triggers your body's own immune system. We've been using vaccines for hundreds of years. We can feel confident that it's safe and effective because over 1 billion people have already gotten it. Of the people who still haven't gotten it, it's mostly because they don't have someone showing up to their school to offer it to them. Like the kids who still die of the measles, some people's lives are still considered less valuable than the cost of a vaccine. 170 million Americans have already been vaccinated, but less than 2% of people in the continent of Africa. I wonder why that is. But at Me Memorial, we are proud to volunteer our time to bring vaccines to our community. We're bringing them specifically for you. So now we need you to step up. We can't beat this without your help. Let's get our lives back. Let's get vaccinated. We hope to see you all there. Thank you. Peace.